The bond between narcissists and empaths is one that's challenging for others to comprehend. There is a way for a Sigma empath to break up with a narcissist, even though it can lead to a poisonous relationship. I'll walk you through the 10 reasons that a Sigma empath is the antithesis of a narcissist. 10th point. Rather of using empathy to harm themselves, they can harness it as a superpower. They haven't admitted it yet out of concern for loading their narcissists, but Sigma empaths are more powerful than narcissists. If a narcissist turns a Sigma empath's empathy against them, it will be their demise. Sigma empaths must acknowledge that they have information about other people, particularly narcissists. Rather of letting their empathy get in the way of them, they ought to learn how to harness it through study or coaching. Sigma empaths prioritize the needs of others over their own, making them vulnerable to manipulation by narcissists. Empaths can use this weakness to their advantage and ensure that the narcissist and their abuse come to a stop by reversing the situation. 9. They accept complete accountability for their feelings. It's always the empath who assumes responsibility for everything in a relationship, including a narcissist and an empath. This quality can help an empath break up with a narcissist. The empath's desire to alter the destructive tendencies inside themselves may be fueled by their past experiences. An empath's history need not define or demolish them. Instead, it can be a source of inspiration for them to grow in self-awareness, understanding, healing, and knowledge. They undergo a tremendous experience that changes their lives and aids in their healing process as they transform themselves. 8. They recognize and are aware of the warning signs in their relationship. There are several warning signs in an empath. Narcissist relationship, and a self-aware empath recognizes them and takes advantage of them to re-engage with the narcissist. When faced with warning signs, empaths typically try to explain, rationalize, defend, or dismiss them out of a fear of losing them. Although the empaths are aware of what narcissists are doing, they choose to overlook it since society has conditioned us to be reasonable. This is completely false. And it's part of the reason why empaths are drawn into the drama and pain of the narcissist. They can stop a narcissist from hurting them, though, if they are aware of the warning signs. 7th point. They strengthen the narcissist's position. Because they know they can easily defeat an empath, narcissists like fighting against them. How then does a Sigma empath put an end to a narcissist? Only by joining them in their game. When dealing with an empath, narcissists will employ their dirty techniques, such as playing the victim or lying through their teeth. They're going to manufacture a story around the empath using the facts they have. Their aim is to tear apart the emotional lacerations that empaths are attempting to mend. They will present it as though they are the ones who are toxic and harmful, and that the empath is the one with a problem. They don't realize that while playing their game will boost their ego, it is also the one thing that will gradually destroy them. 6th, they might make the narcissist feel insecure by pointing out their shortcomings. The fears that narcissists feed into the minds of empaths are what they live with. Narcissists are skilled at identifying an empath's weaknesses and using them against them. They'll make an effort to undermine the empath's self-assurance and faith. A Sigma empath can make things better by pointing out the narcissist's shortcomings and making them feel uneasy, rather than the empath losing confidence and being depressed about the flaws. Having their insecurities called out is just one of the many things a narcissist wants to avoid. They're too proud to admit their shortcomings. They consider empaths to be inferior to them, so it will be even more offensive if an empath does something to them. 5th, they don't focus negatively on narcissists. Narcissists are similar to sensitive, attention-seeking teenagers. They will use an empath's negative attention as leverage against them and hold the empath responsible. When an empath pays them unfavorable attention, they will hold it over the empath's head. It's the unhealthy side of their thinking. They lash out and target empaths by drawing negative attention to themselves. Because of this, narcissists will take advantage of empaths' tendency to be the most dependable and regular targets for negative attention. This will keep empaths close to them. If you give them positive attention, they won't have any incentive to hold the empath responsible, which means they won't have somebody to mistreat and control. Fourthly, they are able to see through the narcissist's deception. Empaths are mistreated by narcissists, but Sigma empaths are able to spot a con artist at work. Projecting, triangulating, and gaslighting are just a few of the abuse tactics that narcissists take great pleasure in using. They fabricate a different universe where they are perfect and everyone else is the troublemaker. The Sigma empath recognizes the narcissist's scheme clearly and believes that the narcissist has already lost at their own game, so they refuse to accept their false world. The narcissist will require a new group of people to reaffirm their belief in their amazing and faultless self, as their ego is no longer able to recognize them. Thirdly, they have the ability to reveal who they really are. In a relationship between a narcissist and an empath, the empath is the one who always loses out and is taken advantage of and mistreated by the narcissist. Self-centered and conceited, narcissists view empaths as weak and incapable of defending themselves. Narcissists toy with the emotions of empaths, making themselves seem better by making them stick with them, and will stop at nothing to make them feel inferior and unworthy. A Sigma empath can reveal to a narcissist the aspects of themselves that they are blind to and unwilling to admit. An empath is aware of the vulnerabilities and defects that narcissists refuse to acknowledge and can use against them. Narcissists detest having their shortcomings pointed out to them. In a few words, they don't want to hear. Empaths can turn their weaknesses against them. Second, they are able to spot lies from narcissists. Pathological liars, narcissists lie about everything. They don't have any trouble lying about things, and since they are pathological liars, lying comes naturally to them. Narcissists find it offensive when someone tells them they're lying or that they don't believe them. If this person happens to be an empath, they will become much more irate. Narcissists are always looking for approval for everything they do. So when their falsehoods are exposed, they become irate. Because narcissists are skilled liars, it can be challenging to identify when they are lying. But if you employ strategies to catch them off guard, they will struggle to prevent themselves from feeling guilty and embarrassed. First of all, they are ignorable. People that are narcissistic are arrogant and constantly crave attention. They detest being ignored. They would stop at nothing to get you into an argument, even turning it into a brawl at times. But when the empath walks away and ignores them, it drives them insane. The only topic of discussion if the empath participates in the argument is abuse and manipulation. If the empath raises a valid point, the narcissist will shift the topic and begin a new debate. A narcissist would stop at nothing to maintain the attention of an empath since they are in desperate need of it and consider it an insult if the empath ignores them. Narcissists cannot offend and control an empath if they receive no response from them. The narcissist's likelihood of leaving the empath is high. Attention is what narcissists want, and an empath should never give it to them. Despite their gruff and all-knowing exterior, narcissists can be brought down by a Sigma empath taking the appropriate approach. Strong individuals who can defend themselves and break out from narcissism are empaths. How would a Sigma empath put a stop to a narcissist? Will you continue dating someone who is narcissistic